Alright guys, on today's video we're going to show you two different segments. The first one is going to be a hunt that Colin and I had this morning, and the other is going to be us cooking our favorite turkey leg recipe. But the cool part about this recipe to me is that it's just one Ben made up one day. We were turkey hunting last year and he's just like, yeah, I'm going to throw some stuff in the crock pot with these legs, and we're like, alright, cool. But it was really good. I think it's cool because it's unique. I don't know that you can necessarily find that online anywhere else. And to make, I guess, a long story short, we haven't been getting on much. We've been hearing a few turkeys here and there, but just nothing really that's been that willing to play. But last night and this morning, we spent a whole bunch of time in the truck just covering ground, trying to hit new areas, and we didn't hear anything. And I mean, we went to a whole bunch of different spots. Sometime within the 8 o'clock hour, Colin and I decided it was time to start walking. And at this point, haven't heard much for gobbling in the last 48 hours.
We could go in somewhere where we can commit the rest of the morning in there and just really slow hunt it. Might be the best option too with the lack of gobbling.
I think we should probably be going in somewhere.
I'm with Colin this morning. It's been pretty slow for us here. We hunted with Keith the last couple days and just didn't really get on much. This morning we tried a different strategy by driving around, covering ground to try to find something that's gobbling, and that didn't work either. So we're up here in an area that I've never actually been to. Been curious about it for years, and there's already quite a bit of deer sign. There's a big rub right there on pine and a lot of trails. So we're just gonna work our way up through here, probably hunting pretty slow. It's real calm and the leaves are real crunchy. So based off of covering so much ground this morning in the truck and not hearing anything, we're guessing that's kind of gonna be the case across the board. So we're gonna have to start listening for scratching or drumming, or maybe even a hen or something, just because the gobbling isn't much. You never know. Could go up here 150 yards and get one going nuts, but it kind of seems like it's not going to be good for gobbling. And honestly, that's been kind of the case for the last 3 or 4 days for us, so we keep moving down through here and maybe strike one up. Great job, dude. Great job. Great job. That was so sick.
That was awesome.
Dude, who knew we were right on the edge of this bird?
Dude, what in the world?
It seems hard to even believe that was just real. We got plenty of time for the rest of the day. Great job. He just had that one hen, didn't he?
There was 3 turkeys.
There's 3 turkeys.
Yeah, I don't know what the other one was. Dude. I couldn't see him not hurt. Like her, perfect, but as soon as you said I'm on him, I'm like, me too, bud. Me too. 48 minutes since we left the truck. We didn't hear him for a while. Dude, I saw that squirrel over there. And I'm like, that's turkey's back. And I did a full shift. And you're like, dude, I think that might have been a squirrel. I'm like, it might have been, but it might have been a turkey. And then he spit over here. And it's like, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Get that southern shot, son.
It looks like a good one.
It's my first Ohio bird.
Yeah. Dude, he's beautiful. Look at that. Look at those tips, Colin.
Dude, that's a beautiful turkey.
He didn't even flop either, so we get him a good fan mount for you.
Dude, that's a beautiful turkey, dude. Oh, here, I got these fancy federal shells with the spur tape measure. Dude, it's bigger than the tape measure. Dude, look at that beard. Son.
Good job, man.
We didn't even call to him. We just sat down and made a bunch of noise.
When birds aren't gobbling,
Yeah.
easing through. Where if you know turkeys are gobbling a lot, like for example, you start the morning on a high point and you hear 4 different turkeys in different directions, you can assume that those turkeys are going to be moving, they're going to be active. So you can cover ground fast, call frequently. Where this morning, on the other hand, we knew we were going to have to get close, so we're going to have to listen for scratching, drumming, maybe a hen. And we got lucky and he gobbled. But the only reason he gobbled is because we were creeping through, scratching, and calling real light. And then we got in his bubble and pow. But if we'd have been flying through here, ripping the crystal call, he wouldn't have gobbled probably.
No, and we talked about this yesterday. I just have a tendency, I go really slow. When I'm by myself, dude, I don't cover any ground because I'm just creeping, I look at everything. Well, as soon as we got in here, you're like, go ahead and just hunt it how you would hunt it.
Yeah.
And which for me is normally pretty slow, and today it worked.
It's cold.
Yeah.
It's 38 degrees.
Yeah.
It's a little bit, tiny little bit breezy, but it's really dry. You can still hear a lot. But all morning we didn't hear gobble. That's the number one thing. It's like we didn't hear gobble. So therefore, we knew that the odds of just striking one up were probably going to be low.
Yeah.
We knew we had to probably find one real close. And the only way we were going to do that is creeping down the edge.
That was gorgeous. Look at this burn.
Yeah, it's so sweet.
Everything about this is awesome.
Welcome to Zach and Ben's kitchen. We're gonna cook turkey legs tonight. It's gonna be awesome. We're going to put this in the crock pot, and then we're also gonna prep
sweet potatoes, onions, green peppers, pineapple, a little garlic, cinnamon. I like spices, so we might add a little dash here or there or something else as we think along the way, but get creative with it on the spices.
Yeah.
That's the main, those are the main ingredients. I think that's it.
All we're gonna do tonight with the meat is just put it in this crock pot and then put this whole jar of this Jebsen slow cooker Hawaiian sweet and sour sauce. We're gonna let that sit in the crock pot until morning when we get up to go hunting on low. So when we get up, we're gonna shred all the meat off the bone. At that point, it should have cooked long enough that we can do that.
Yeah, the nice part about the turkey legs in the crock pot is you can just pull those bones out and then throw the meat back in. Add all of our ingredients, put it on low, eat it at lunch with our fresh turkey.
Yeah. So there's just all these tiny little bones. Just gotta kind of sift through it, pull those out. So once the meat is off the bone, you get all this other stuff that we prepped last night. We'll just go ahead and put that in there now.
Man, I can't even get a piece. It's so tender. Just falling apart. That's good.
I thought you were gonna say it was bad based off that face you were making.
I know, it was hot. Very hot. Definitely should have listened to Zach and let it cool off a little bit. But that's tasty. How long did it cook for? Like 20 hours?
Yeah, 24.
That's good. I would definitely cook that again.
What we learned by doing it though is that it takes longer than what we originally said. So we were thinking like 8 hours for the meat to fall off the bone. That was more like 12 to 16 hours. We woke up in the morning at like 5 a.m. and tried to take the meat off the bones and it didn't come off. We went hunting, came back around 12:45 and then it fell off the bone. We put the rest of the stuff in there and we let it cook for another probably about 8 hours. So this is one of those recipes, don't expect to be able to put it on at noon and eat it at 8 o'clock. Depending on how big your crock pot is, you may have to vary as far as how much you're putting in there, depending on how big your crock pot is and what you like. So if you guys have any turkey leg recipes that you like, leave a comment, let us know what you like to do with them, because we're always willing to try new stuff. Let us know also if you cooked this and you liked it. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.